Adobe Firefly is the all-in-one creative studio with AI-powered image and video editing for today's creative process. Built for creators of every kind, Firefly helps you generate, edit, and experiment fast. Because the asks aren't getting smaller, the budgets aren't getting bigger, and the timelines, oh yeah, still tight. With all the best creative AI models in one place, Firefly brings your ideas to life. Unlock a better way to make with Adobe Firefly.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Excuse me, taxi.
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
Welcome back. That is the number, 800-848-9222. We're going to want to hear from you, but first we're going to hear from Colonel Jack Jacobs, who we've heard from before on the Iranian situation. He's a retired colonel in the United States Army, Medal of Honor recipient, recipient of 2 Silver Stars, 3 Bronze Stars, 2 Purple Hearts. I love saying that. He is the real deal. So, Colonel, we have had this conversation. We have been watching this unfold. You know where I stand. What do you think the latest is with this MOU? Dr. Moynihan just made it very clear it's not a treaty. I called it a treaty. This MOU, is this a deal? Is it not a deal? Will there never be a deal? Is this going to be a constant series now? Chapters of you violated the ceasefire, I'm closing the strait, I threaten you. Does this ever resolve, or have we just kicked the hornet's nest and the buzzing is going to continue?
Well, I've learned after 100 million years of being alive that one should never say never or always, because both of those are either too short or too long. And a long time ago, you and I were talking, and we thought this. I mean, I certainly said it would be resolved, just in a matter of months, perhaps. But you're absolutely right. It certainly seems as if every time it seems to be resolved, it gets unresolved. And the reason is that there are independent variables here. Nobody seems to have very much control over them. One of them is the Revolutionary Guard Corps, who controls the Hezbollah. So they're a fly in the ointment. Israel's got a real problem because it needs to eliminate Hezbollah, otherwise it's going to continue to get attacked. And of course, that's diametrically opposed to what Trump wants, which is a quick resolution to the problem that he started in the first place. And he's not going to be able to control it. And the result of that is, of course, a lot of trash talk. So you get trash talk from Trump, you get trash talk from Iran, and so on. He said that the strait's open, they say it's closed. And in fact, there's something of a trickle of ships getting through. And so far, none of them has been attacked since the last statement that the strait was going to be open. But yeah, it looks like it could go on and off and on and off for a long, long time. The thing that makes it extremely difficult, of course, is Hezbollah, which is Iran's. It's not its only leverage, but it's its only powerful leverage other than control of the strait. And it can control the strait because it's got lots of missiles, and ships are not going to go through if they're going to get hit, and so on. But the more strategic issue revolves around Hezbollah, Israel's requirement to get rid of it, and Iran's requirement, the Revolutionary Guard Corps' requirement to hold on to it. The only way this is going to get resolved if both the United States and Iran decides that this is far too costly for everybody. But it would appear so far that Iran has a little bit more control over the situation than Trump does, and Iran knows it. And the result is this is liable to continue far longer than you and I talked about it some time ago, simply because Iran can make it stretch out into the future.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think they know the president politically needs this very badly. They have tremendous leverage up through November at least. You could argue post-November, the leverage flips. But up until November, they have the leverage. And this back and forth between Israel and Lebanon and Hezbollah and Hamas, they do control Hezbollah and Hamas. Hamas attacks Israel. Israel has to respond. And then they say, oh, you violated this ceasefire. I'm going to close the strait. And I don't see this stopping anytime soon, this cycle.
Well, especially since Iran says to the United States, it's up to you to stop Israel from defending itself. That ain't going to happen anytime soon.
But they won't stop Hamas and Hezbollah. And if anything, it's the opposite.
It's exactly the opposite, and that's the real fly in the ointment. It's Iran's control of Hezbollah, Iran's ability to project its strength in the region to threaten Israel merely by sitting at home in Tehran and telling through the Revolutionary Guard Corps their support, their training, their ammunition that they give them, and all the rest to carry on doing what they're doing, and then complain that Israel is not defending it. The United States is really bad for not getting Israel to quit defending itself, and that not only it shouldn't happen, and it isn't going to happen. We hope if Trump gets really squirrely about this, he's liable to increase pressure on Israel to stop defending itself, and then everybody's got a problem. And by the way, there are other people in the Middle East who do not want to see Hezbollah continue doing what it's doing, and do want to see Israel to not only defend itself but eliminate Hezbollah, and that includes the Arab nations. They want to see an end to this, and the way to get an end to this is to eliminate Hezbollah. But meanwhile, ships aren't going through in large numbers through the strait.
Fits and starts. Colonel Jack Jacobs, thank you so much for being with us. And we'll talk again soon. Thank you, Colonel Jacobs.
Thanks so much, Governor. Happy Father's Day to everybody.
Happy Father's Day to you and yours.